July 21st, August 3rd New Style. The finding of the relics of the right-believing Princess Anna of KASHIN. The venerable right-believing Princess Anna of KASHIN was the daughter of Prince Dmitry Borisovich of Rostov. Her grandfather's sworn brother was Saint Peter, the Prince of the Golden Horde, a baptized Tatar, canonized by the Russian Orthodox Church. In 1294, she became the wife of the right-believing Grand Prince Mikhail Yaroslavich of Tver, who was martyred by the Tatars in the Horde in 1318. His commemoration is on November 22nd. Saint Anna endured many sorrows in her life. Her father died in 1294. In 1296, the Grand Prince's palace burned down completely, with all its property. Shortly after this, the young prince became seriously ill. Their first child, a daughter named Fyodora, died in infancy. In 1317, the tragic struggle with Prince Yuri of Moscow began. In 1318, the righteous princess bade farewell forever to her husband, who left for the Horde, where he suffered a martyr's death. In 1325, her eldest son, Dmitry the Terrible Eyes, met Prince Yuri of Moscow, the culprit of his father's death, in the Horde and killed him, for which he was executed by the Khan. A year later, the inhabitants of Tver killed all the Tatars in the city, including the Khan Uzbek's cousin. After this spontaneous uprising, the entire land of Tver was ravaged by fire and sword. The inhabitants were exterminated or taken captive. In 1339, her second son Alexander and grandson Fyodor perished in the Horde. They were beheaded and their bodies dismembered. After the martyrdom of her son and grandson, Anna took monastic vows under the name Euphrosynia in Tver, and then, at the request of her youngest son Vasily, moved to a monastery specially built for her. Later she moved to the Assumption Monastery in Kashin and took the great schema with the name Anna. On October 2nd, 1338, she peacefully passed away. Her body was buried in the church of the Assumption Monastery. Over time, the name of the venerable right-believing Princess Anna was forgotten, to the extent that her tomb was treated with disrespect. However, in 1611, during the siege of Kashin by Lithuanian troops, miracles began at St. Anna's tomb. The righteous princess appeared to Gerasim, the sexton of the Assumption Cathedral, healed him and several other sick people, and said that she was praying to the Savior and to the holy Theotokos for the city's deliverance from foreigners. After this, veneration of her relics as miracle-working began. Tsar Alexei Mikhailovich, together with his wife and sisters, went to Kashin to venerate the right-believing Princess Anna and to open her holy relics. On July 21st, 1649, in the presence of the Tsar and a large crowd, St. Anna's relics were solemnly uncovered. Her body was found incorrupt, with only small decay on her face and feet. It was noted that her right hand lay on her chest, bent as if in blessing, with the ancient two-fingered sign of blessing. New miracles were recorded. The Tsar ordered the construction of a new church in honor of Anna of Kashin, and the clergy of the Kashin Cathedral were generously endowed with gifts. The Tsarina and princesses worked on embroidering a rich cover for the relics of the great princess, with her image and liturgical veils. On June 12, 1650, with the participation of the Tsar and Tsarina, the relics were transferred from the old wooden Assumption Church to the Resurrection Cathedral. At the Moscow Council, Anna of Kashin was canonized, and it was decreed to celebrate her memory twice a year. On October the 2nd, the day of her repose, and on July 21st, the day of the discovery of her relics. However, soon, the venerable right-believing Anna of Kashin became a symbol for the schismatics, the old believers, and in 1677, Patriarch Joachim raised the issue at the Moscow Council to abolish her veneration. Nevertheless, popular memory maintained strong faith in the intercession before the Lord of their heavenly patroness. In 1908, Tsar Nicholas II consented to her second canonization. In 1948, her relics, which had been confiscated in the 1930s, were returned to the church and placed in the Ascension Church in Kashin. After the closure of the Ascension Church in the 1960s, her relics lay in the Church of the Holy Apostles, Peter and Paul, for about a quarter of a century. When the Ascension Church was reopened and restored, her relics were returned there on June 25, 1993.